undefined, soul's desire. You don't even know what you did. Now I'm on fire, fire, burning, burning out of control, taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own.
Well, hello and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I'm Innerji The Metaphysical Crone. It is so great to be here once again. And Jean is here. Jean says, at Innerji, at Journey Ryan. Hello, loves. Hello, beautiful soul. It is so lovely to see you here this evening, today, wherever you are in the world. And of course, come on in and say hello. If it's your first time here, welcome. And we have our beautiful Lexi. Lexi says, hey, Innerji, hope it's a beautiful and sunny day for you today too. It is. We're in spring here in Australia. At the moment, I've got clear blue skies and sunshine. It's beautiful. So thank you for that, Lexi. But yes, if you're new, you are so welcome here at our My Psychic Connection family. So make sure that you stay with us for the whole hour and interact, because I love the interaction. I love to see your comments. I love to see your points of view on things as well. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is a little bit later tonight, we've got the emoji winner, but we're starting the emoji competition right now. So start keying in your emojis, because the person who keys in the most emojis will win a special tea reading from me a bit later on. Now, come on in, say hello, tell me where you're from. We want to get this party started. We want to have some fun. But first, I need to go over some of the rules. So remember, we have our 2-minute free readings, but when that bell goes ding, 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 I have to stop the reading, even if I'm mid-sentence, which can be hard to do sometimes. However, if you would like a longer, more in-depth reading, then that's where the donations come into play. You have choice here. You can choose from a quick read. A quick read is timed, but it is longer than the 2-minute reading. Then we have untimed readings that take as long as they take. They are the mini, the medium, and the mega. And with the mega reading, you can ask up to 4 separate questions. That is awesome value. So I encourage you tonight to maybe put in a donation if you've got something going on that you really want to dive deep into. How do you donate? Well, if you're on a radio platform, pop on over to YouTube. There is a link in the chat. Click on the link, make your donation, and then type in your question as quickly as you can. And make sure that the same name that you're using for the donation link is the same as the question, so that we can quickly marry up the question and the donation and get on with giving the answer for you. Now, speaking about questions, the types of questions that we love here at My Psychic Connection are specific questions. What do I mean by that? Questions that have some context. If you would like a general question, wait till after the show though. You can pop over to mypsychicconnection.com. We have an amazing choice of readers there where you can choose to have a general reading done. But stay here with me for the next hour, because I will be reading for you during that time. The other thing I want to say about questions as well is that by giving me a little bit of context, a little bit of background, it means I can jump more quickly into tuning in to the message that is for you around that question. Oh, and just a reminder about our donations. A portion from every donation tonight will go to the Salvation Army Turkey Drive. You'll laugh at this, because I just have this visual picture of all these turkeys driving little cars out to people's houses ready to plop on their table for Thanksgiving dinner. I have a weird imagination. But please, with your donation, we are paying it forward. We believe in doing that here at My Psychic Connection. So with all of that, let's get started. And I'm going to start with Crone's contemplation. I've been doing this for a few weeks now, and I feel sometimes it's important for us to think and contemplate a little bit more deeply about some of the things that are either happening in our lives or outlook that we have, our viewpoint on lives, on our lives. And the card I drew was, what if I were to own all of my own decisions? What do you think that means? Do you own any decisions that you make? Do you own all of the decisions that you make? Or do you kind of say, no, that's not my responsibility? How do you look at decisions in your life? How do you make your decisions? What ways do you decide things? Do you use your intuition? Do you analyze? There are so many ways that we can make decisions, big and small, in our lives. But do you own them? Do you own those decisions when the results come in? I would love to hear your thoughts on that as we go through the show tonight. And I will talk about a crystal and an essential oil that might help you around decision making and owning those decisions. So, is everybody excited? Are you ready to get started? Because I know I am. So let's see what we have first. Woohoo! And it's the lightning round. I love starting off with the lightning round. Now, if you've never played before, it's really simple. All you have to do is pop in the chat, yes, no questions. Will this happen? Won't that happen? Now, I am restricted here because I can only answer yes, no, or undetermined. So start keying in those questions. I love being challenged with those questions. And I need you to know that sometimes if you get a no when you're wanting a yes, it doesn't mean that that cannot be changed somewhere along the way in the future, because that is where our free will comes in. Okay, and we have Mariana kicking us off with the lightning round. And Mariana asks, will Christian's lies come out this month? Let's see. No. Lexi, will James come home from America early? Also, James is in the US. No. D, is my new friend in love with me? Let's have a look for you, D. No. Oh gosh, lots of no's for the start tonight. Mariana, will I get Christian's hidden money soon? Soon is a relative term, but let's have a look. Undetermined. Keep those questions coming for me. And the undetermined is because there's not a clear answer for you yet. Sometimes there are things we're not meant to know. Timing is everything when it comes to doing readings sometimes. And we've got Laurie Ann. Is my brother Eddie living in El Paso? Let's have a look, Laurie Ann. Undetermined. There's more to that. And let's keep it going. As I was saying, those undetermined questions, it means that perhaps now is not the best time to have an answer for it. Maybe there are more things you need to do around it before you get a yes/no answer. That's really important to understand. So let's keep coming with our lightning round questions. And the deck I'm using today is a traditional Rider-Waite deck for the yes/no questions. And of course, I also tune in psychically as well. So we've still got a little bit of time left, so keep keying in those questions. And of course, don't forget, later tonight we have another game. It's the Colours of Life game, where you will be in the running also to win a reading from me. But you don't have to wait to win a reading right now. Just key those questions. Oh, and we've run out of time. Thank you for those great questions. I really, really appreciate it. Now, if you've just joined, if you've come in a little bit late, that's okay. Just come on in, say hello, let me know who you are, let me know where you're from. Because with me living in Australia, for most people, I'm on the other side of the world. It's daytime here for me, and where you are, it might be later at night. So we have these differences, but we also have these commonalities because we're here together right now in the spirit world. So let's see what we've got first. Let's move on. And we have Jean. Jean asks, may I ask what MJ's feelings and next actions are towards me? All right, so I'm going to use my relationship deck. Let's look at MJ's feelings and actions. That's a good, clear question. Thank you so much for that, Jean. And let's see what we've got. Feelings and actions. Oh, how interesting. The first card I have is the Three of Swords, about MJ's feelings. MJ is feeling emotionally unsure about relationships at the moment, and this is due to past hurts. The Three of Swords represents the broken heart or sadness or loss. So what I feel here is that MJ is unsure about their own feelings at the moment. However, I have the Page of Wands, and I see those feelings starting to change. I feel them starting to move away from the negativity, from the down, the sadness, the heartbreak, whatever it is that's been hurting their heart in past relationships. And I see them starting to move away from that because I have the Page of Wands. Pages represent small new beginnings, starting afresh, and wands are fire energy. So that spark, that motivation. So that's saying to me that with MJ, there is a spark starting to form around feelings for you. Their actions, I have the Ace of Pentacles. I do see that in the near future, they will start to take some action on it, but they just need to clarify it within themselves first. Let's add a T point to that and see what we have. And I have the crown chakra. So I feel that for MJ, it's about getting back in tune with oneself, with himself, getting back in tune, getting comfortable in it. Oh, and we have the bell. Thank you so much for your question, Jean. I do hope you have found it to be helpful. And relationships can be a real minefield, can't they? You know, even if you've been in a relationship for a long time, they have their ups and downs, and trying to understand someone else's feelings can be really difficult because we're not feeling them. We're only feeling our feelings, so to speak, and not the other person's. And that can color how we interact with each other. So that's important to know. Now, how are we going with owning your decisions? Does anyone have any thoughts? And Lexi does. Lexi says, I assume, to own your own decisions, but I'm guilty of looking for blame in other people to shift the guilt from me. That is very honest of you, and it is very common. Very common. I have been guilty of this as well. I've made a decision about something, I've not got the result I wanted, or it's changed in a way that didn't work for me, and I will go, well, it wasn't my fault because so-and-so over there did that, and that's why. I didn't own my decision. And when we own our decisions, we are taking responsibility for those decisions and for the end result of them as well. So Lexi, thank you so much for sharing that. And be aware that feeling guilty is a double-edged sword. It's not pleasant to feel guilty, is it? It feels uncomfortable. But sometimes feeling guilty about something can give us that motivation to make change. And so next time you're feeling guilty about a decision you've made or not made, or perhaps giving responsibility of it to someone else and you're feeling guilty about it, use that as a motivation to make some changes within yourself that says, next time, no matter the outcome, I will own that decision, no matter what it was. As we go through the show, keep putting up your comments, your thoughts on owning your own decisions and how you make decisions. I think it's a really interesting topic because we're making decisions every single day, aren't we? From tiny little ones. Lexi says, I try to live without regrets because I need to own the fact that I made the best choice I could have at the time. And that's another really important point. If something doesn't work out based on a decision we've made, really go back and look at it. Did you do the best that you could with what you knew or with where you were at in the situation. If you did, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't give yourself a hard time about it. Use it as something that you have learned for the future. I hope you're finding this discussion interesting. Let me know if you do. And Tony's here. Tony says, hi from New Zealand. How are you? Tony, I am fighting fit. I am really raring to go for the rest of this hour. And New Zealand, I love New Zealand. My sister lived in New Zealand for 25 years. Such a beautiful, beautiful place. And you're essentially my next door neighbor over the ocean. All right, let's keep going. What have we got next? And we have our beautiful Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Lovely to see you. And Gemma says, I struggled to get out for my birthday yesterday with anxiety and feeling overwhelmed. But will I go somewhere nice within the next week instead? Maybe a nice meal or a cinema trip? Thank you. All right. Well, first of all, Gemma, happy birthday for yesterday. And I am sorry that you were feeling anxious and overwhelmed that day. When it's our birthday, we can get a lot of nervous energy, can't we? Whether it's positive or negative. So let's have a look at you celebrating your birthday in some fashion in the next week. So let's have a look. So let's put out some cards. All right, so I've got the Ace of Coins. This is starting out very positively for you. This is a new deck I'm using tonight, so you'll notice the pictures look different. This is the Slavic Legends Tarot. And I've got the Ace of Coins here for you. And I feel that, yes, you can take steps during the next week to go out and celebrate your birthday in some fashion. And I've also got the Eight of Cups reversed. And this is saying, don't allow your anxiety, don't allow this struggle with feeling anxious and feeling scared to get in the way of bringing joy and enjoyment into your life through the things that you do. It's not as scary as you think. It's about changing your mindset. It's about looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. I also have the Knight of Coins reversed, and I see that even though the opportunity is there, you're going to hesitate. You're going to hold back and go, what if? What if this goes wrong? What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? Gemma, my sweet, you've got to get out of your own head and allow things to be the way they are, so that if you go out and have a great time, that reinforces that courage to be able to step out more often and do more things. If you go out and it turns out, oh, and we have the bell. I had so much more that I wanted to say on that, but I do hope you find that to be of help. And this comes back to our owning our decisions as well. This is for everyone. You know, it's will I do something or won't I do something, or I'm scared to do something. It takes courage to step out of that comfort zone and make a decision to do something that scares you. And I have a little bit of support that you can use for that. One of the essential oils that I like to use when I'm scared about doing something is ginger essential oil. Ginger is a wonderful warming oil. It's a little bit of a feisty oil in many ways as well. I equate it to fire energy. And ginger oil is great for building courage and for being brave about trying things that you haven't done before. And it builds strength as well. The more that you take bravery and courage to make maybe difficult decisions, uncomfortable decisions, decisions that scare you, the more you do that and the more that you get positive results from it, the less scared you will be. So ginger oil, a couple of drops of ginger oil in your oil diffuser, and you just let it waft around the room and inhale it will help. Now remember, always check the safety when using essential oils. I do hope you found that to be of help. And Lorianne says, I really enjoy Innerji's voice, intonation, and positive nature. Oh my gosh, thank you. Well, I'll let you into a little secret. I was a radio announcer for a number of years here in Australia, so I used my voice to make a living. So it's been developed over a long time. But thank you so much for that compliment. I really appreciate it. Now, if you have a reading tonight and you would like to leave a review of that reading, make sure you head on over to journeyryanlive.com/reviews. Leave your review there, and then you will go in the running to win, be in the running to win a free quick read here on one of the live shows at My Psychic Connection. We draw a winner every month. You will stay in the basket to be drawn until your name gets pulled out over time. So don't think you're missing out if it doesn't come up quickly. So make sure you do that. Leave a review. And Lorianne, thank you so much for that beautiful feedback. I really appreciate it. All right, let's keep going. What have we got next? And Lexi. Lexi asks, do you see if James's heart is really invested on working on himself? I'm concerned it's just all talk again. Okay, let's see if James is emotionally from the heart invested in working on himself. Or is it just all talk? Let's have a look. I think he is starting to change. That's the feeling I'm getting when I look at the group of cards that I've put out. I've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I feel, though, that he is needing support around this. It's not that somebody has to come in and fix the changes for him. Only he can make the changes within himself. But I do feel that he's struggling to do it on his own. I also have the Two of Swords reversed, and I see this as something very positive for James because, yes, he is talking about it, he is opening up, and he is talking about it. Accept that for what it is. Please accept that for what it is because at least he is talking about it. I've got the Eight of Wands, so I do see over time that things will come into alignment for him. With this Eight of Wands, it's like everything coming together, all going in the same direction. And I see him leading his own way, but I see that he needs support with it as well. Let's add a T coin or two to that. And the T coin I have is the Dragon. This is about him finding his own confidence. I use the word power a lot, and I don't mean it in a negative sense. I mean it standing tall, being strong within yourself, having that spark and motivation to make change. I feel it's there, but intuitively, I also feel it's a long journey. It has to happen at his pace, not your pace. Thank you so much for your question, Lexi. I do hope you found that to be of help. And that brings it back to our theme tonight of owning our decisions. As much as we want to help other people and we can see where they might need to make decisions, only they can do it. Only they can decide. Only they can take ownership of the decisions that they have. You know, we live in a world where we want to help people as much as we can, but sometimes helping too much can be just as detrimental as not helping enough. And Lexi says, that's such great news. Thank you so much, Innerji. I always love it when you bring out the tea coins. I know, I just love my tea coins, tea charms, tea leaves, all of that sort of stuff. It goes back to my heritage to a certain extent. Thank you so much for that question, Lexi. Now, don't forget, you can donate for a reading tonight if you'd like to dive more deeply into a reading, a longer reading. All you have to do is click on the link in the chat here on YouTube and pop in your question. And of course, you've got the choice of the quick read, the mini, the medium, and the mega. So don't miss out on that, because the other thing is when you donate, you will jump to the top of the queue as well. And so therefore your reading is guaranteed. All right, let's have a look. What have we got next, please? It's the Colors of Life game. I love it, love it, love it. I love color. Can't you tell? I have different backgrounds every week. I have different colors every week. So the Colors of Life game, if you've not played it before, it is really simple. Before the show, I chose a particular color and let my wonderful team in the back know what it was. All you have to do is start typing in the name of the color that you think I have chosen. Now, I love to use this as an exercise in building your intuition, building your psychic abilities. So I'm just going to take a moment and I'm going to think of the name of the color, and I'm going to see the color in my mind's eye. And see if you can do that as well. See if a color, a word of a color pops into your head. See if a color actually comes up inside your head. Now, you could have as many guesses as you like with this Colors of Life game. So start keying. Now, what I will say to you, like last week, this is a shade of a color. And this shade of color, how will I put it? This shade of color is actually also a herb. And it's a herb that is used in healing. It is a herb that is used in spiritual practices as well. So see if you can work out what that color is. And while you're working that out and putting in your guesses, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the color means before you even know its name. This is a color of nature. It's a color of wisdom. It helps us connect to our own deeper inner wisdom. It's a color. Oh, my Lordy, Annette, you are on the ball. Congratulations. The winning color is sage. And here is a beautiful piece of dried sage, so you can see that beautiful dusky, soft, sort of pale foresty green. And of course, sage is wonderful, wonderful for cleansing space as well. So congratulations, Annette, you have won a special reading from me. So I'm going to use my hybrid deck, and I'm also going to draw a color card for you as well. Now, this and any other games I play is the only time that I do a general reading. So remember, if you want a general reading after the show, you can go to mypsychicconnection.com and choose from one of the readers there. So in the meantime, Annette, let's see what your message is. Tuning in. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. What I'm seeing here for you is bright future. Isn't this a beautiful card? She is gazing at the light. She's looking at what bright future what she wants it to look like. And the saying here is the darkest hour is before the dawn. So Annette, I feel like things have been a bit tough for you. I feel like you've been finding it difficult to find your light, to find that way forward, to really look at things positively. And really sort of, you go, bright future, me? Yes, there is a bright future awaiting you, but you have to look for it. You have to focus on it, just as the woman in the card is focusing on the beautiful light within the lantern. The other card I have, and I'm really happy about this for you as well, is New Beginnings. It is time for you to refresh, reboot, renew. It is time for all the re's to come into play and to take a fresh look at your life. And the way that we do that with these new beginnings and renewal is to review. Review what hasn't been going right for you. Review what has been going right. Discard what is not working for you and put your energy into what is, and most importantly, what you want that bright future to look like for you. I encourage you to do creative visualization, to see it in your head, to feel it in your heart, to write it down, externalize it in some way. Because if we just have it as an idea of, oh, well, you know, this would be nice, we don't put the energy into manifesting and creating. And I feel that you're ready to do that, but it's got to take conscious free will. The other card I have is the Moon, and it's about ebb and flow. Know that everything in life is an ebb and a flow. So the fact that you've been doing things fairly in a difficult way, having difficulty, that's about to change because the cycle is changing. We are in a cycle of renewal for you. Let's do a color card as well. I feel that this is something that's really deep inside you. This doesn't apply to one particular area of life. This is about you changing you and seeing you in a new way. It's almost like rebirthing yourself. There's that other re there, rebirthing you in the way that you want to be and the way that you want to be seen in the world. The color card I have for you is Jade. Look at that beautiful jade. And it's time to take action on it. Jade is known as a plant of luck, a plant of good fortune, and it's taking action from that space of abundance. So feeling gratitude for what you have already and using that feeling of abundance and gratitude to push you forward into the next step of renewal, new beginnings, starting again, but starting with a blank space and then creating what you want in it. So what I see for you, Annette, is a lot of manifestation, but it needs to be done using your free will, and it needs to be done mindfully. Congratulations on being tonight's Colours of Life winner. I do hope you found the reading to be of help this evening. And, you know, owning our decisions. Part of the reading that I just did for Annette can apply to so many of us, you know, because we are always looking at, and Annette says, perfect reading. Thank you. Annette, you are so welcome. You know, we get caught up in being perfect, and know that we're not, know that we will make mistakes, but that doesn't mean that we can't renew. It doesn't mean we can't review and take the good bits and move them forward with us. It doesn't mean that we can't reinvent ourselves. Of course we can. We are always reinventing ourselves. We are evolving. The decisions that we made when we were in our teens are not necessarily the decisions we would make now, because we have grown, we have life experience, we have gained wisdom. So as we go through the show, let me know a little bit more about how you own your decisions and how you make them. And Lorianne says, owning my decisions is a big challenge, though I press on to learn more about myself and the impact of my decisions on how they may affect another person in my life. Yes, it is challenging. And you've brought up a good point, because decisions do affect our outer world as well. Every decision that we make comes out into the world in some form, whether it be through an action, through an attitude, through a communication. So really consider that. Consider the challenge. Take it on as a challenge rather than as a fear. Now, I've got a crystal that might be of help to you when it comes to making decisions and owning decisions. And I've got a couple of versions of it here. It is beautiful fluorite. This is a fluorite sphere. You can see the green, purple, and white in there. And I also have a fluorite wand. And you can see the layers there, the structure. And when it comes to making decisions, this is how fluorite can help us, because it is a very structured crystal. It has its layers. It helps you dive deep into the layers of the topic or the situation that you are looking to make a decision about. It's actually known as the genius stone. So if you want a little bit of help in that area, work with a fluorite, hold it, wear a necklace, have it on your person. Program it to be an ally for you when it comes to making decisions, because it does help promote mental clarity, it helps improve memory and concentration. And so it will help clear that cluttered mind if you're having difficulty making decisions. So a little bit of fluorite always helps. I hope you found that to be helpful as well. I'll just pop those out of the way. And let's move on. Let's see what we've got next. Wow, lightning round already again. I love it. Lightning striking twice in the same place. So now is the time once again to start keying in your yes-no questions. The yes-no questions are, how can I put this? They're hard. As a reader, they're hard because there's so much more I want to say about them. There is so much story behind that yes or that no. But start keying them in. I love being challenged around this, and I will continue to use my beautiful traditional Rider-Waite deck for you to answer those questions and to also tune in. So get those fingers flying. And Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. Lovely to see you. And Jamie says, hi, love. Is my settlement coming soon? Let's have a look. Yes. Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Lovely to see you. Oh, I love your photo of the tropical beach. Will I ever get rich is Brandon's question. Undetermined. Alexa. Hi, Alexa. Alexa says, will Matthew become store manager soon? Let me see. No, but Laurie Ann, does my brother's wife still live in the US? Let's have a look. Yes. Alexa, will I get a new car within the next couple of months? Let's see. Yes. Alexa, will I find a home in Tipton County? Ooh, let's see what we've got for you for that. No. Diamond, hello Diamond, welcome, welcome. Will my settlement check be here this Friday? That's a very specific question, I like it. No. Lexi, will my claim be processed in the next 2 weeks? Let's see. Yes. Laurie Ann, will I be getting my brakes fixed this year? Oh yes. Lexi, is it time for a big spring clean out? Let's have a look. Oh yes, big yes. Laurie Ann, will we get our roof fixed this year? Let's have a look for you. No. Alexa Ann, will my settlement come next month? So we're looking at October. Let's see. Yes. Tony, will my finances improve soon? Let's have a look at your finances. Yes. Diamond asks, will my check come Thursday? Let's have a look and see, Diamond. No. And Brandon, will I open a business within the next few years? Undetermined. And Jamie asks, will I have my settlement before December? I like that you've put a month in there, Jamie. No. And Tony asks, will I get new clients soon? Let's see. Yes. Laurie Ann, am I getting another job this year? Oh, let's have a look at that one and see. Yes. Wow, that 3 minutes goes so fast, and some great questions in this round. I really enjoyed you challenging me with those. Now, let's keep talking about owning our decisions. What are some of the reasons that you might be fearful about making decisions and owning them? It could be caring what other people think about your decision. Have you found that? Let me know what you find in relation to other people's responses when you make decisions and tell people about them. Are they? And Cassidy the card sling is here. Hi, Cassidy. Cassidy says, you rocked that. Oh, let me start rocking. Thank you for that, sweetheart. Lovely to see you here. And Tony says, thank you for what you do, hon. You are so welcome. I love what I do. I love being here. And I love the topics that we talk about. And I love your interaction here on the show as well. It is so wonderful. So put that interaction in. Tell me, do you care what others think about the decisions that you make? Yes or no? And why? That would be really interesting to look at as well. But in the meantime, let's keep moving on. What have we got? And we've got Diamond. And Diamond asks, will I be going to the comedy show with Leroy? And will we stay overnight? Ooh, that sounds like it would be fun. Will you be going to the comedy show with Leroy? And will you be staying overnight? Let's have a look for you and see what the cards reveal. I'm sounding mysterious, aren't I? Oh, gosh. I feel like there's something going to be getting in the way of it. I've got the Chariot card reversed. I feel like there's going to be a glitch beforehand that puts up some sort of barrier. However, I do feel that you will still go to the show, but you've got to overcome this glitch. There's something around the ticket, something around the transport. I'm not getting a clear picture of what it is, but I know there's some glitch that is in the lead up to going to the comedy show. Will you be staying overnight there? Let's have a look and see. Will you be staying overnight? It's undetermined at this stage. I've got the Fool card. I'm going to draw another one to go with it, and I've got the Two of Wands. I've got it. My feeling is that no, you won't be staying overnight. I feel that you'll be going to the show and then returning. Don't let this glitch that is getting in the way of going to the show put you off, I feel it can be dealt with. And let's add some key points to see how it can be dealt with. And and Diamond says we already have the tickets, so therefore it's about transport of some sort. So you need to look carefully at your transport. I've got the hourglass here, and it's about timing. So make sure that you're leaving in plenty of time. Don't rush at the last minute. That's the important thing as well. That is really, really key. But I do see you going to the show. I see you having a great time. I don't see an overnight stay, but I do see you need to be clear about how you're going to get there beforehand so that there are no hiccups that will get in the way. Thank you so much for your question. I do hope you found it to be helpful, and thank you for that little bit of feedback. And speaking of feedback, if you have enjoyed your reading tonight, or if you have something to say about your reading tonight, you can leave a review by going to journeyryanlive.com/reviews. Leave it there, and you will go into the running to possibly, and Diamond says thanks. You are so welcome, Diamond. And you will go into the draw to possibly win a free live reading here on one of the shows in the next month. So that's a great competition. I really like that one. And of course, if you're here, don't forget to share us out far and wide. We want to grow our My Psychic Connection family. So if you haven't done so already, hop onto YouTube, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell so you get all the notifications for all of our live shows, and then share us out and bring family and friends into the fold so that we can read for them as well as for you. Okay, let's keep going. What have we got next? And we've got Tony. Tony asks, will my finances improve and will I get more clients soon? I've been advertising everywhere. Well, that's really two questions, sweetheart. So because you've been advertising everywhere, I'm drawn to asking about, will you get clients soon? Now, soon is a relative term. So I am going to put a 6-month time on it to see what that looks like. So between now and the end of March next year, will you get clients? Will they grow? Will your advertising draw them in? Let's have a look. So we're going to look at October, November, December, January, February, and March. I'm not seeing anything too much happening for October. I feel it's going to be a quiet month because I have this Page of Swords reversed. I feel that advertising takes time. It takes time to generate response, and advertising, you need to do it over and over and over again to get known. I feel that you're not terribly well known at the moment. I feel like you're not networking at the moment, and you need to do that as well. It's about getting out of your comfort zone with this. That is what I see. So that's October. November, I'm not seeing a huge influx of clients, but I feel the energies are starting to change in November because I have the 10 of Wands reversed. And this is about burdens falling away. I feel that you've put a lot of, how can I put this? A lot of heavy energy into it. It's almost like I'm getting a sense of desperation almost, and that's not a conducive energy to draw people in. This is about you being confident in yourself, and know that it takes time to build a client base when you are in business. It's not something that happens quickly or happens overnight. I really see the need for you to network more, get out there more, physically be out there. Go to groups, go to networking, business networking things. Don't just sit at home thinking the advertising on its own will work, because it needs layers. It needs layers of community. Oh gosh, and we've run out of time on that one as well. Thank you so much for your question, and I do wish you well with it. Starting a business is not easy. I had my own massage therapy business for 14 years. And Tony says, oh, I didn't realize you went down every comment. Sorry, and thank you for answering twice. Oh, that's okay. It was lovely to read for you, Tony. I really, really appreciate your question. I appreciate you being here. But running a business, it takes time for it to grow. It's not an overnight thing. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of learning. So if you're looking to start a business, or if you're in business and you're thinking it's not growing as quickly as I would like, understand that things take time. Bringing in clients take time. That's why getting testimonials from your existing clients is so important and so helpful. So if you're in business, I wish you so much good work with it and so many good clients coming to you. Let's move on. Let's see what we've got next, please. Time to let's talk astrology. Well, I am doing something new this week. We've talked about the signs. We've talked about planets over the months. We've talked about transits, the planets traveling through the signs. One area we haven't spoken about very much is houses. And the reason we haven't spoken about houses when it comes to where the planets are in the sky at the moment is because where we are in the world determines what house the planet is in. And so I want to talk about planets as they apply to your birth chart. And the first planet I want to talk about, the first house I should say I want to talk about tonight is the house of the 12th house. The 12th house is the last house. We have 12 houses on the wheel in astrology, 1 through 12. And this is the last house. And the reason I'm starting with this last house is because we've just had that full moon in Pisces. And Pisces is the sign that naturally lives in the 12th house. Think of the houses as areas of life. We have areas of life that cover finance, that cover relationships. So think about each of the houses being an area of life. The 12th house is all about our emotions. It's a water energy. Pisces being at home in the 12th house, its natural home is mutable water. So the 12th house is about dreams. It's about our fantasies. It's about our inner life. It's about our subconscious. And Cassidy Cardslinger says, that's insane. I was just thinking today I needed to brush up on the houses. Yeah, I love working with the houses. I use the houses as part of tarot readings as well, but that's another story. So with this 12th house is the home of our dreams, our fantasies, our imagination. You know, people think because we're using our imagination or we're dreaming something that we're sort of way off in la la land. And at its extreme, this 12th house energy can be like that. But we can also use it in terms of our intellectual desires, in terms of how we think. An example of someone who was a 12th house kind of energy was Einstein. He was a Pisces. He was a genius. He thought outside the box. And that's what this 12th house brings. It brings thinking. It brings feelings that are outside the norm, that takes you off on internal adventures, if you would like. Now, there is a downside to this as well. It also can represent our own self-sabotage, our own self-destruction by getting so emotionally taken up with a subject or with something that we're dealing with. It's also the house of karma, you know, cause and effect. Something goes wrong. Was it karma? Was it something else? So it is the house of karma. It's reaction and action, action and reaction. So it's cause and effect as well. Oh gosh, we've run out of time, but I hope you found that interesting about the 12th house. I will talk about more houses as the weeks go by to help you understand them a little bit more and how maybe you could use them when you're looking at your birth chart. Okay, let's move on. What have we got next? We've got Flora. Hi, Flora. Lovely to see you here. Oh, look at all the beautiful flowers. Thank you so much. And Flora asks, will I meet someone this year and where? Let's have a look. Will you meet someone this year and where? Let's have a look at the rest of this year. So I'm going to go October, November, December. And then I'm going to do something that represents location. Okay. The first card I have is the Hanged Man, and this is for October. I feel for October, I don't feel that you will meet someone in October. I do feel, though, October's a month where you have to maybe broaden your horizons a little bit in the type of person that you want to attract to you. I feel like you've got this view of, I need someone in my life, I want someone to love me, I want to love someone, but that's as far as it goes. You need to think about what that means for you. And I feel October is a month for you to start changing your viewpoint about what being in love is, what loving someone is, and how that applies in a long-term relationship. That will help you get more clear about learning to recognize potential relationships coming into your life. I don't see anything for November. I've got the King of Wands reversed. I would love this card to be upright for you. He's the coolest King of Wands I've ever come across in the tarot. And so I kind of feel that for you, November isn't the month either. I feel like you've got to get your own energy back. You've got to turn the card around and be confident in yourself first. I feel that there's a lot of loss of confidence and a loss of courage in putting yourself out there. December, I feel December's a better month for you. I've got the Knight of Swords. I feel that you will start to get it together in December and you will be ready to charge forward. You will be ready to go out and meet someone. You're not ready at the moment. Now, oh gosh, I've run out of time again. I'm so sorry for that, but I do have to abide by the beautiful bell, that beautiful ding dong. I do hope you found that to be of help, and thank you so much for your question. So I'm going to give you a few quick tips on making decisions that might be helpful to you, not only in making the decisions, but also owning the decision after you've made it. One is, don't fear the consequences when you make difficult decisions. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Play devil's advocate when you're making decisions. What could go wrong? How would I handle it if it went wrong? Don't get caught up in what we call decision paralysis, making no decision. Making no decision is also a decision not to take action. So I do hope you found those few little tips to be helpful. And let's move on. Let's see what we've got next. I'm excited to see what's coming up. It's the emoji contest. And we have a winner. Wow. Lexi, congratulations. You are tonight's emoji contest winner. So I am going to be doing a special tea leaf reading for you. So let's have a look and see what your message is all about. So looking into the cup, I am seeing something very interesting to begin. I have two leaves that are hovering over the front of the car and below the lady. So this is saying to me that now is not the time for you to push your own agenda. It's not the time for you to take charge and move forward in a fast way. You need to slow down. With this lady, this is feminine energy. So this is receptive energy. This is passive energy. This is energy that you draw towards you rather than forcing outwards from you. So what does this mean for you? This is saying right now is not the time to push too hard. It's not a time to just, really fight for what you want. It's time to slow down. It's time to actually take a pause and see what it is that is already coming to you rather than focusing on something that is not within your energy field yet. Let's move around the cup. And I have some tea leaves over the angel wings. So the angel wings represent our spiritual connection, our spiritual beliefs, our philosophies. And I can see a figure. It looks like a dragon without wings. The wing looks like it's come off and it's going in a certain direction. So I do feel that it's about focusing on getting your own spiritual connection back. I feel that you've kind of lost trust in your own intuition, and it is time to build that trust again, because with this being dragon energy, it is there, it exists for you, but you're not fully trusting it. And so because of that, when it comes to day-to-day life, you're just pushing forward, you're driving and charging forward instead of taking that time to sit and wait and allow things to come to you. Let's continue around the cup. And we're coming all the way around. Look at this. Wow, this is amazing. What I have here, it looks like a dog or a wolf that is sitting down on its back legs, and it is looking up towards the key. It's sitting under the masculine or male energy. So this is saying that, again, it's reaffirming that this is a time to understand that there is a new door that is going to be opening for you with this key symbol. It is going to unlock, and this is going to come through information from a loyal friend, someone that you trust. This could actually be a male person, or it could be someone who has a more outward personality. They're more extroverted, but you need to watch for it. You need to wait for it. It will come in its own time. And we have some leaves over the cherries. Cherries represent sweet, juicy opportunities coming your way, more than one. So the door is opening. You have to start to focus on it. Pay attention to what opportunities friends bring to you. Pay attention to what they're saying, because that will be a key that will spark something within you that will lead to some new sweet opportunities that will be successful. Now, these leaves over here, they look like a little bird. There's its beak and its head and its body, and it looks like it's sitting on a nest. So there are eggs under there. So this is also saying that things are gestating for you at the moment. You may feel that a lot isn't happening the way you want it to be in your life, but know that this is a time for it to keep working itself in the background before it manifests in physical reality. And let's keep going around to see if there's anything else. Not really. So overall, the message here is now is not a time to push your own agenda, to push what you want. Instead, be open to being still and receiving, trusting that energy of your strong intuition. Don't doubt it, trust and have faith in it. And then as we come around here, be aware that there is a new door opening for you that is going to bring great opportunities, but you need to listen to what a special friend is saying. Listen to their message. They may not even be aware. It might not be obvious, but it might be something that they say that sparks something in you that leads you down a different path, opening a new door. Know that this comes from someone that you can trust, but don't rush into it. Don't jump in that car over here and rush into it. Know that these sweet, juicy opportunities are coming, but you will have to allow them to just sort of gestate in their own time before they are given birth. A quick charm for you. Let's have a look and see what we've got. And we've got the gravestone, and it's in the area of career and business. So I feel that for you in the area of career and business, whether it be your work, whether it be something that you earn income from, I feel that there is an ending happening there for you. I'm not necessarily seeing you actually leaving a job, but I see something within that job ending, which is going to give you the space to be able to consider and look at this new opportunity coming in. Congratulations on being tonight's emoji winner. Can you believe it? We are at the end of another show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your thoughts about owning your own decisions, because we do make decisions every day, and I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to encourage you during this coming week. Look at your decisions. Own them, regardless of the outcome. It's a challenge that I am putting forward. And Lorianne says, thanks for my answered questions, Innerji. Your shows are always so insightful and uplifting. Oh, look, if I've helped you to feel, whoever it is, if I've helped you to feel better about yourself, then I've done my job. And Lexi says, wow, thank you so much, Innerji. That was so special. I miss your weekly tea readings. I will take that on board. Thank you so much for your feedback. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Now, just a reminder, we are not done. We have more live shows coming your way. Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is our own beautiful Cassidy, the card slinger, slinging those cards, giving you answers, getting into those insights, and she has some amazing games as well. Then Friday night, Speaking with Spirit with our own Journey Ryan live. Now, if you are after a mediumship reading from Journey, to Friday night at 10 p.m, get in there, make your donation, because he will blow you away with the spirit connection and the information of loved ones that comes through. Then Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, it's again Kay, the intuitive empath. Kay is an amazing reader. And of course, she has those amazing quotes as well. Then Tuesday night, we go to the forest with whispers from the forest from our own psychic squirrel. Oh my lordy, can that woman dive deep? She is a reader who definitely comes from the heart and of course has a fabulous sense of humor with her jokes as well. And then I will be back again next Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For my Aussie friends, that is midday on Thursday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. I so look forward to spending more time with you. In the meantime, I wish you the most wonderful week and full moon blessings in Pisces from last night. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.